love is the path to realize God. Love is not God. As scriptures say, love is God. But it does not mean that love is God. But love is a divine quality. And it can be taken as the path on which we progress to realize the ultimate. God is pure existence, as I've said earlier. Love is the nature of the soul. So it's but natural for anyone to love. Not only human beings, the divine at the core of our lives. Our love at human level or in the worldly context can be said to be conditional. It becomes conditional because we evaluate our love with our head and eyes. We use our senses. Of course, we are attracted by so many things. So we evaluate love with the face, the physique, the texture of the skin, the beauty of the eyes, and it could be even the redness of the lips. That is physical attraction. This is all for what we follow. Because there should be something to lure you into start loving each other. But as love advances, you'll understand it's not just the physical attraction which has taken you so far, that you cannot live without the one that you are attached to. At human level, it is always the person attracting another person, because you have qualities attached to it. You have certain attributes to a person. Therefore, such qualities and attributes are responsible for the attraction, and therefore you fall in love. But with divine personages or divine personalities, their love is unconditional. As you meet a divine person, you are attracted to him or her, and you fall madly in love with that being, because he has an aura of attraction which is unlike the other human beings. There it is not the physical attraction, it is the dimension. To love, we must have dimension of love. It is not just evaluating the love from the physical point of view and consider it to be the greatest love. Of course, we have heard great tales and stories of great romantic lovers, but their love was also divine at last, because they had forgotten themselves that they were in love with each other. So that was the pinnacle of love, or the climax, we can say. But love is the nature of soul. Love is the way to God, means love is the path on which we tread to realize self. We have heard that people ran after great sages and saints and the enlightened masters. And why people ran after them, they could not explain, and they cannot explain even today. It was not person attracting person. It was dimension. If you are in that dimension, the dimension that you are in is attractive. So people found something other than the qualities what we attribute to on the physical plane. So that is precisely what the wonder of beauty and the beauty of wonder, that which is wonderful cannot be explained simply because it is wonderful. That which is beautiful cannot be explained why it is so beautiful. It is simply beautiful. Taking all this into consideration, when we make progress or want to make progress in the spiritual path, the love for the master has to be developed, and that comes only when you have exposure with the master, and that love surges from within for the master, not for what he can give you. It is for the love, for the sake of love itself. You love him for himself alone and not for what he can give you. The experiences will teach as one progresses on the path that the master, though he is capable of bestowing on you more than you can expect in this world, loves you more than you can love yourself, because his love is unconditional. He does not expect anything from you. He is not going by the qualities that you have acquired or the wealth that you have acquired. It is not what you can give to him, but he loves you unceasingly, and his love flows unabatedly, and he loves you unsolicitedly, because that is unconditional. He loves the divine within you, and he doesn't go by the exterior or the external qualities of a person that he confronts with. So love always takes a dimension, because the love is divine. Only when it becomes universal, it becomes divine. You love with your head, but the master loves with his heart. When you also start bestowing your love on him, he also bestows his love more than you can expect. That is called grace. or it can also be called as liberation, or the total realization of the aim of spiritual sadhana. Love is everything. It's a potent universe-embracing power which endows by itself the very presence, consciousness of the highest level. You may call it divine, or you may call it cosmic, or you may call it what you will. But love has its own quality, and it is endowed with the quality of divine perception. Even the love at the worldly level, one who loves sees more clearly than the one who does not. That's why we say love opens the closed eyes. And love is the force which helps us to understand and read things more than the person who cannot, because his love is superficial. You have to love from the depth. Your love should have depth. So, devotion only makes the path smooth and creates a channel for the divine current to flow into our hearts. We practice bhakti or devotion only in order to achieve communion with the Supreme Master. We look upon him with faith and respect. By degrees of closeness or intimacy that we develop with him, we start submitting our will to the divine will of the Master. Or in other words, there begins the surrender of self, or it is the beginning of self-surrender. Devotion and love is so easy, yet is so difficult of achievement at once. Real devotion has no tinge of affection in it. And it goes hand in glove with enlightenment. In the initial stages, a devotee is conscious of his feelings for the object of his love. But at a later or advanced stage of his progress on the path, the foam and fury is dimmed to the extent of almost the total loss of its awareness at the ultimate stage. The more refined or superfine level of devotion may be spoken of as the total self-surrender, from which the awareness of surrender also comes to be finally withdrawn by the grace of the Supreme Master himself. Then the love reaches the state of loveless love. What is this loveless love? It is a state where common understanding of love is not existing at all. The only ultimate transcendental reality of love is existing. People may ask, how can this loveless love be really love? The answer is yes, it is. That is the only real love, because it has no taint, it has no contamination, it has no condition. It is not superficial. It is beyond the reach of human capacity to think and understand. But it is easy to understand when we are practically into it, when we start loving the divine within everyone. But in this path of self-realization, Master, who has the capacity to infuse his own love, the unconditional love, is capable of inducing this quality of loveless love. It's a quality by itself. This loveless love always creates a dimension within you, the dimension around you as well. That is more attractive than the worldly love. So this unconditional love, what I call as loveless love, will put you on the path to experience the unconditional or unconditioned condition of pure existence. The same loveless love will enable you finally to remain swimming in the ocean of infinite bliss. Or in other words, it will help you to swim in the ocean of blissful infinity. So I always appeal to urge your love to surge ahead